Welcome to the farm.
Welcome to the farm. I'm Justin, and behind me is our pig enclosure. And since we don't have pigs at the moment, we're going to take this down, which means we're going to have to clean up all this wire. So today, we're going to build a little something to hopefully make that a lot easier. So the plan is to take some of this all thread or threaded rod, a little bit of conduit, leftover plastic wire spool, some random hardware, and a drill. And we're going to see if we can't make a drill powered spool. All right, so the first thing I want to do is determine how long my threaded rod is going to be. I'm going to probably make, I think, like a 6-inch handle on one side, and I'm going to want it sticking out a little bit on this side so I can attach the drill. Our spool is 6 inches wide, plus our handles, so that'd be about 1 foot. Plus I need room for nuts and washers. And then probably 6 inches out here at least. I think I'm just going to cut a 2-foot piece, and we'll see how it works out. I can always cut the end down later if I need to. Next I can cut my 6-inch handle. Alright, so now that I got my 2 pieces cut, I got my assorted hardware. Let's see if we can't start putting this together. I'm using nylon lock nuts that I had laying around just because I don't want this thing to rattle loose and come loose. So that'll help hold everything in place. So I'm going to put a nut right in the end. And go ahead, slide a washer down. Put my handle on. Slide another washer down. And then we're going to jam that together with a nut. I threaded my end nut on just far enough where I can get the drill on here now. And then I can use the drill to tighten my nuts. And I'm going to leave that a little loose so that the conduit can spin in there, and I'll have a nice handle that'll spin. I'm going to take another nut, run that down. Small washer, large washer, and my spool. Okay, well, guess I should have checked that before I started this. Looks like my washer's too small. All right, so I should have checked that before. I thought this washer was big enough to cover the hole in the center here, but it fits inside. So we're gonna have to make some bigger washers because this is the biggest washer I have. So I got some scrap cut off from the grapple build. I think I'm just gonna use that. Cut a couple 2-inch by 2-inch pieces, drill some holes in the center, and use those as my washers. All right, so that's one square washer made. Should work out all right. Go ahead and make another one, and we'll get this put together. All right, so I got my 2 square washers made, so now we can finish assembling. I shouldn't need these smaller washers now because my hole is drilled to 3/8, and it should just work just like that. So now that I got my spool set in here loosely, because the hole in the spool is so big, I am going to clamp this in my bench vise and try to get that spool a little more centered on the rod, just so it performs a little bit better. There we have it. Now that I got it assembled, I should be able to just put it in my drill. There we go. Should work out really well. Let's go test it. All right, so I got about a 30-foot piece of scrap wire hooked up to my spool. We'll go ahead and give this a quick test. Chuck it up in the drill. Okay. Put just a little bit of tension on the wire with my foot. I would say that worked pretty well. I'm pretty happy with that. Now let's test and see how it unspools. All right, grab my handle. Like a dream. So I was thinking about cutting down the end here that the drill goes on, just to make it a little shorter for the drill so it's not way out here. But I don't always use all the wire when I set up the pig enclosure, and I don't want to have to cut it and move the spool. I want to be able to reuse that wire over and over and over again for different size enclosures. So I think I'm going to leave this long. That way I can leave the excess fence wire on the spool and just take it and stick it in the ground, leave it right there, and then when I'm ready to pick the fence, all I got to do is hook this up to the drill and wind it all up. So I think that's going to do it for this one. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I'm excited to use it to clean up the pig enclosure, and we'll be getting to that very soon, so you can look forward to that video. Just want to say thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.